All right, Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. First and foremost, Kal Halal Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakah Kodash. Double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well and labor in this word and doctrine. Shalom to you brothers out there pushing this word in sincerity and in truth in all meekness. And Adon Ratazah, which means Lord willing. So Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. So as you can see from this article, the headline, it reads, 4 more regions set for hosepipe ban. Will London be next? So, it just goes to show you who the wicked is, who this devil is. Alright. This little bit of a heat wave that we've had over the past week or so, and in between. It's summertime, what do you expect? And all this over some a bit of hot weather, because they're not like that in the UK, isn't it? Right. So if we go back on, there's some more articles on there as well. Now this is recent as well. It's from the London economic.com. And if we read, it says, it's been a while since we had to think about a hosepipe ban in the UK, but an exceptionally hot and dry summer may soon force more hands. Some regions have already confirmed that they'll be tightening the taps in the next few days, and London could also suffer. A change in climate and unusual weather patterns have forced local water authorities to a difficult position. In total, there are 4 counties who will introduce tough measures in August, so this month. And all these heat waves, famine, pestilences, crops, especially, when it comes to farmers. It's Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai behind all this. And the devil, the so-called white man Esau Edom, is going to use this as a distraction. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Alright? So, they're going to, come out with more laws. Alright? To deceive the masses. Right. Next precept. This is Isaiah chapter 10 verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. Right? And that's another grievous thing. What kind of law is this? Alright? And best believe they're gonna, again, like it reads, they're gonna tighten up, toughen the measures. So it won't just be your hose pipe. They'll say, oh, you need to turn off the tap when you're, washing your hands, and use a certain amount of water, for when you're showering and stuff like that. Back to the article, it reads, who already has a hosepipe ban? Hampshire and the Isle of Wight were hit by the restrictions on Friday the 5th of August. It's expected that the hosepipe ban will be enforced at least until the end of summer, in quotes, and these 2 locations certainly won't be outliers going forward. Consumers in Kent and Sussex are next up for a hosepipe ban on Friday the 12th of August. Over 1 million people will be subject to the new restrictions, which prevent people from using external water sources to wash cars, fill up pools, or even hydrate their gardens, right? Basic gardening and, watering your plants and stuff. This is from the Metro. They'll say the same thing. But it's good to look at, various articles. So yeah, even more hosepipe bans on the cards before second heat wave. Just kind of skip down to the main points. Southern Waters ban affects 1.5 million people living in parts of the Isle of Wight in Hampshire. There's no indication about how long the hosepipe ban will last, and it's the first imposed since 2012. Me personally, I've never even heard of a ban like this. And they'll make it so that, if you see somebody, watering the garden or so, they'll, call the authorities on them, Yeah, that's basically it. In fact, let's get one last preset to end there. This is Proverbs, chapter 29, and verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And that's it right there. All these, again, unrighteous dealings are just, people are fed up. Amidst with what's going on as well. So, Lord willing, this was edifying. Again, double honor to the apostles of the Great Millstone. In closing, I'd like to say, Kal Halal, Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Rakakodash. With that, upwards and onwards, Shalom, Shalom to the elect. We got next, Lord willing. Shalom.